Alright, so the onions have lost their color. Let me see if I can grab one up. See? No, you can't really see. But, no, whatever. Ah! Stop messing with the lights.
Hard.
So, what we have to do is fish out the big bone stuff. That is the pinion bone. See all the meat still on it? I'm going to take that off. I'll show you how. Gotta get that ham hock.
It's me every time.
See how it's literally falling off the bone? Yeah.
We get it. You don't know how to make dry food.
I don't. So, when using a pinion bone has, sometimes it has like more than one, I don't know, joint, whatever.
Bone.
I don't know. There's another piece of it.
Well, it is bones.
I try to pull out all the meat too because I'm going to take a hand mixer to this, hand blender, whatever. And if you need the meat in there, okay, I need the spider.
The spider.
Where's the spider? Spider.
Spider.
I guess we're good. It's just onions. Lots and lots of onions. Here, let me bring you closer so you can see. Turn it around. Press the... Yeah, there you go. Here's my camera lady. Here's the onions. See, they've lost all color, which means they're done.
Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to record here.
So,
What?
give me that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So, this is what I use.
Still not sponsored by Goya.
No, still not sponsored by Goya. This is the container I keep it in. This is what I measured out for today. It's 2 cups. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, there it is. 2 cups. A little over. Remember, I don't do measurements. Just don't.
You don't do measurements when it's in a...
Alright, I'm gonna get the cutting board.
Alright.
And,
Where do you want me set up here?
well,
I'll set you back up.
cutting board to the most here.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, you should put it higher so that you're not...
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Leave me.
teenager.
Teenager.
So, doesn't say anybody's on. What's up?
They can watch it later.
I gotta make the pea soup anyway, so it is what it is.
They can watch it later and
Rinse
be
that
sad.
out. That they missed me, right?
Yeah.
That they missed the time to actually. So I'm gonna put some gloves on. This is gonna be like totally savage. Because I'm just gonna rip the meat off. There's no need to cut or anything like that. I mean, seriously. I don't think so anyway.
Why be civil humans?
It's cooking. It's not, Hey, Pam! I saw you like the kitty videos. So, while I'm doing this, I'll give you a little history about my daughter and I. My daughter and I are currently going through a new phase in our life. Let me get that beautiful girl in there.
Oh, not me.
Yeah. So what I'm doing while I'm talking is I'm taking the meat off of this bone. Just pulling it off, shredding it a little, throwing it in a bowl. So I was married for 17 years to a man that I wholeheartedly loved. And around the 13-year mark, he started getting some headaches and getting violently ill with these headaches. And he would come home from work and he would go to sleep. Sometimes he would vomit a lot. It was terrible. That was around 2018. And I just took care of him and tried to, took him to a neurologist, tried to figure out what was going on. Then some incidents happened where he wasn't really him anymore, if that makes any sense. But it will in a minute. So eventually he got diagnosed with DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, which for us Gen Xers, multiple personality disorder. So if you've seen the movie Split, that is exactly what he is. He is that.
Minus the Patricia.
Minus the Patricia, because she was like a voice of reason. So we had 7 different personalities with him. There was a violent one, but predominantly there was an 8-year-old one. So I was, for all intents and purposes, a single mom for 5 years, from 2018 to 2022. Well, March of 2022. And so I took all the bones. I left the cartilage. You don't want that in the soup. So with that came the 7 different personalities. We had the 8-year-old little boy, which was a loving little boy. He was a wonderful little guy. He was the one that we saw the most of. There's a couple of onions I just threw back in the pot because they're going to get blended. So when taking apart the ham hock, you pull the skin off. That you will have to cut up. And then you just, it comes right off the bone, but you got to make sure you get all the bone out. So there were several different personalities. The 8-year-old little boy, there was one we called Hank. He was violent. He would say a lot of bad things and do a lot of bad things in front of our daughter, who unfortunately she also witnessed and went through a lot of trauma during this time. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but she did see her mom get physically hurt a lot. Cutting up the ham hock meat.
You don't need to cut it.
Well,
Look at that. You're just...
yeah. So, with that said, we got through all that, and March 2022, he became what the providers called functional. So, Hank, Shlomo, then there was a few other ones, the 8-year-old, the 14-year-old, all that stuff. When you're cutting up the skin, you want to cut small pieces because it is chewy and it is fatty. If you don't want it, just discard it. I'm Puerto Rican, so I eat it.
Don't discard.
I don't discard. So the doctors decided that he was functional, but still had DID. But he was functional. I don't know when he met her or when he started talking to her, but October of 2022, he brought up some female that was working for his friend's wife that was messaging him, and it was weird because every time she messaged him, the messages would disappear. Now, I trusted him fully. I'm not really sure why, because, you know, whatever. But I did. And turns out he was chit-chatting and whatnot with this female. Claims nothing ever happened. She's old enough to be his mother. Ew. So that's just the alarm. Don't worry about that. So the meat is all shredded and ready to be added to the soup at the end. And the bones will be discarded. Do not give pork bones to your animals, pets, nothing like that. It's bad.
No cooked bones, period.
Yeah. You got that? Thank you. So, you're going to bring this back up to a boil. I'll bring you back over here. Okay. So you bring it back up to a boil, and then I'll show you what to do after that. So, when he became functional, he started talking to this female. Okay, whatever. He said nothing was going on, that she was just trying to find out times and stuff for work or whatever. And I didn't really think much of it. Well, March of this year, March 6th, he blew a gasket, threw a phone at me after telling my mom, who has supported us financially and physically and mentally for the 18 years that we were together, my rock, my everything, my mom. He told her to fuck off on the phone and then threw the phone at me and told me he was leaving. Come to find out, he had shredded every piece of documentation that stated what his illness was before he left. Also come to find out that he had multiple credit cards in his name. I don't know who this person was. I'm assuming it was another personality, but he left. Went to go live with his friend. His friends were mutual friends. That's all I'm going to say on that. And just a couple of weeks after he moved out, he all of a sudden messaged me and told me that he spent the night with this woman. And that nothing happened. They just drank wine and watched TV. Really? Really? I'm not stupid. Okay? I'm not dumb. You spent the night with a woman who is old enough to be your mother, but nothing happened, and you drank wine and watched TV? Okay. I let it go. 2 weeks later, our mutual friends apparently had a fight, and his male friend moved out, and he moved in. Nathan moved in with that woman. And then exactly 41 days after he left, he decided to send me a text message and tell me he no longer loved me, and he didn't think it was going to work out, and he hoped we could still be friends. So I called a divorce attorney, got a divorce. And that's where we're at now. So now my daughter and I are
Learning the ropes.
learning how to live without him, and getting back to ourselves, you know. We're working on us and healing and learning that, you know, it wasn't us. It was never us. And that's okay. So I brought it back to a boil. And that's all I'm going to say about that, but that's our history. So now we're going to cool restaurants and doing reviews on them. We have one favorite burger place, Platt's Burger. If you haven't been there, you need to go. Just saying. So here's the 2 cups of peas. Let's see if I can get you over here. All right, see, it's at a boil. Now it's going to take time for those peas to, what do they call it, blossom or bloom or whatever.
In other words, soak up the liquid.
Yeah. Which is going to be a little while. So I guess I'll have to return because it takes quite a while for that to. So now we just, you know, hang out, chill, and do what we need to do. I'm going to put stuff away while I talk to you. Do what we need to do for each other, support each other, love each other. Found out who, you know, real friends are and who's wasn't such a real friend. But, you know, that always happens in situations like this, isn't it? We take care of a cat colony. And we take care of the cats that we've brought in. This is Nugget. Say hi, Nugget.
He's too young to be on TV.
This is Bobo. Hi, Bobo. That's Nugget's brother. Show your face. Show your face. There you go. He doesn't. And we have some more that you'll eventually see all of them. So let that boil some more. And then bring it to a simmer. I lowered it to like a 4. Put it to a 2 now. And yeah, so that's that for now. I mean, there's not much more I can do. I gotta wait for the peas to soak up the water and whatnot. So I'll see you back in a little bit.